welcome to another exciting edition of Geek Life and the Movies. I am, as always, Steven, and today we are going to talk about a movie. Go figure, right? It is called Geek Life at the Movies, but this movie is unlike any of the other ones I've reviewed lately, or we have, anybody at Geek Life has. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because this movie is jam-packed with shit. The acting is shit. The action is okay. The acting is shit. And finally, the acting is shit. It is so bad it has to be mentioned thrice. That would be 3 times. Which is odd, because you would think a movie that has Kristen Kruk, or Kruk, however the fuck you pronounce her name, I don't know. Neil McDonough, Chris Klein, Michael Clark Duncan, Moon Bloodgood, and Robin Shaw in it would at least be an okay movie. It wouldn't suck as bad as it did. But it does. Oh my god, it does. It is horrid. I've watched it twice. Actually, I've watched it more than that. But I watch movies I don't like all the time. Should you watch it? If you want to. But it is not good. So, the movie is basically about Chun-Li. She's learns how to do martial arts from her father, and she plays piano. One night, while she's young, her father is abducted by bison after a small fight scene, and she cries. I can imagine it'd be traumatic for her. And then there's a montage of her growing up, and she becomes a pianist. And one night after a show, she gets a parchment. Doesn't say from who, and she can't understand it because it's written in Chinese, I think. She puts it away for a little while because her mother's sick, and eventually her mother dies. Once her mother dies, she takes the parchment to get translated, and an old woman translates it, says that it's an invitation of sorts. So the invite basically tells her to go to Thailand and meet Gen. So she has her house packed up because her mom's dead and her dad's gone. She lays off her servants and leaves. She travels to Bangkok, and she lives on the streets for days until one night she sees somebody getting harassed, so she kicks the shit out of the people that are harassing her. In doing so, she gets hurt and passes out. And that's when Gen finds her. What an asshole, right? He waits until she's beat up before he's like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm who you were supposed to meet." But he takes her back to her place. And he's like, "Hey, baby." No. He doesn't do that. But so he tells her about Bison, about how he grew up as a thief, and as he ended up getting married, and when his wife was pregnant, he wanted to get rid of all of his goodness, his conscience. So, being the nice guy that he is, Bison took his wife into a cave, killed her, drove his hands into her stomach, and pulled out his unborn child, and mystically transferred his conscience into her. So he would become the embodiment of pure evil. Sounds plausible. Anyway, Gen ends up teaching her some more martial arts and how to make energy balls mystically. I can't do it. I can't do it. I could if my video editing software would let me. I'm gonna have a ball floating right here. I'm a liar. I can't do that shit. Anyway, she goes to confront Bison and gets caught. She's tied up in a chair, and Bison brings her father, and they have this father-daughter moment, and then Bison kills the father in front of her. He says, well, I only promised him he'd get to see you one last time before he died. And Bison leaves and tells Balrog and some other people to kill Chun-Li. So they go in, and Balrog leaves, and two other henchmen are there and try to kill her and fail miserably because she kicks their ass and leaves. What else happens? They fire a bazooka and destroy Gen's house. Balrog does. Other stuff happens. I mean, nothing too exciting. Till the end, they take in, there's a final showdown between Bison and Chun-Li, and Chun-Li kills him by turning his head 180 degrees, which was probably the pretty okayest part of the movie. And she does it in front of his daughter, which is kind of cruel, but also like, hey, what the fuck, I'm a badass. Not really, but maybe. Well, that's the gist of the movie. Can I recommend it? No, I really can't. But you should go watch it and form your own opinion. I'm not saying to take mine as gospel. And if you have seen it, leave your opinions in the comments below, wherever you watch this video, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or the Geek Life website. Let us know what you thought. Do you think they could have done better? Do you think they could have done worse? I of course think they could do better. Could have done better. Especially since the backstories for the characters weren't even the same, for the most part, as the game. That's fucked up. How do you do a Street Fighter movie without the actual Street Fighter's background? Is it? Whatever. So let us know what you think. If you're on YouTube, give us a like, please. Or a dislike. Share the video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, perhaps subscribe. And you'll be inundated with these great, great videos that you love. And with that, I bid thee a fond farewell. Adieu.